look better than yours. Look at your body, man.
Hey, and they don't know. Nobody never knew that I was still in floor mats.
Yeah, I bet.
Look, I mean, I can touch my bed.
Yeah, I bet. Why your glass? Yeah, I bet.
Nigga, you ain't even at your house.
Yeah, I bet. Why you dressed like a... Yeah, I bet.
Why you make your mask?
Yeah, I bet. So I'm finna get it. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
At least your teeth white.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Bo and Terry radio show. What y'all doing out there? Hey, everybody, what's going on today? Hey, man, we got a special episode of the Bo and Terry show today. Today, we got a great comedian on the show, and we got Terry. For some reason, he wanted to go to a wedding today. And I don't know if he decided to get married at this wedding or not, but I got to find my friend because he be falling in love. You know what I'm saying? So the first, how we roll, we get down in here. The first thing we got to do, is get him. So look, let me roast him for not even being here. Oh, look, that's what we gonna do. We gonna gun him for not being here. Oh, want to be married ass. Oh, I want to be at the wedding ass. Old body ass. So he say he finna call in. We finna see. First tagging. Why you ain't here? Oh, gotta be black and make us late and then still don't show up. At least you could have did what got here. What up, K Ferg in the building, baby? Hey, I see you, homie. What's up, man? We on the tag, get them. You know what? You know who else I finna get? Speaking of right now, because my boy Terry, he said he finna log in a minute. You know what I finna get my barber. You know what? My barber done made me mad. You know what I'm saying? Because he sprayed me in. He sprayed me in. I didn't even know he sprayed me in. He sprayed me in, and then I went to sleep and woke up. All the spray was gone. That was a $40 haircut for nothing. That is a waste. So I'm gonna get you. That's why your hands stink. How you gonna be in the pandemic and your hands still stink? I ain't never going to that barber again. And then you gonna get me while I was dozing off. You gonna hit me with the. I thought it was cool. I thought my hairline was straight. My stuff was coming like a street. You know what I'm saying? It came straight to the corners. And then made a right, bam, a sharp right, bam, my shit was smooth. I thought I had to sleep with a bonnet on, you know what I'm saying? My hairline was smooth, silky smooth. And then I woke up, all of it was down here, right on my forehead. It looked like somebody was pulling at my forehead at night, just playing tug of war with my chin and my hairline, and my chin won. I don't know what it was, but I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. But hey, I shouldn't even be tagging me. I'm tagging my barber, man. So for the rest of the show, I'm rocking the LeBron because he a champion. You know, that's what we gonna do. We gonna rock the LeBron, the champion. What'd you say, Sheldon? Don't Sheldon, don't start with me, man. I see you over there, Sheldon. Mine look like 79th and Stone. Yeah, it used to look like two curves turning. It used to like hit a straight street and go straight down. Now it take the cul-de-sac up, and then it take like two cul-de-sacs up this way and then come down and then swerve around. You know, forget y'all. My hairline is gonna be fine. It ain't as bad as yours, Sheldon. Let me see yours. Ooh, you know what? Let me see yours, Sheldon. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, your hairline is worse than everybody's, bro. Mine do kind of look like 79th and Stony, though. You know how you hit that curve around the overpass right by the car wash? Man, look, y'all, this for Chi-Town people. Man, forget y'all, man. It look good, though. I look good, you know what I'm saying? But look, secondly, for my people who out there, I think Terry, he's supposed to be calling in, so I need to tag him for being so ghetto that he gonna be late for his own show, and he told me to stop. I can't wait till he get in. He getting tagged. So what we gonna do is we gonna go to our next segment. Look, hey, Kendall Ferguson said I got a global warming headline, and that sounds good, but Kendall, don't get it twisted. Your hairline ain't bad at all. Your hairline look just like my son. This your forehead and your hairline stop, and then you got to create a new one. Forehead ass, boy. Well, look, we ain't, we over with the what we gonna do is get to our next segment, and I'm gonna change the show around a little bit because Terry ain't here. But our next segment is the hot button headlines of the day. You know what I'm saying? We finna bust out them hot button headlines. You know what I'm saying? Beep beep beep, bang get you boo boo. Hot button headlines. Let's get it. So look, our hot button headline of the day is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of hot buttons. The first one is Trump and his yeah, I got you. The first one is Trump and his refusal to participate in this COVID thing because COVID's going crazy and Trump's going crazy. I don't even understand why we are allowing this buffoonery to happen. Our president really needs to be stopped. And I'm not saying that we don't. I don't know what needs to happen, but y'all need to really vote. Please, y'all go out and vote. Kendall, your hairline look just like the president hairline, but your hair is nappy instead of his smooth. You know what I'm saying? You got the black version of a comb over, but it's all booty hair on your forehead. Don't play with it. He said my hair made out of clay. That's funny. But what I'm saying is President Trump is really, his hair really made out of clay. And he losing his mind, man. I don't even understand. Look, hey, they telling us to get out and vote, and they telling us now it's conspiracy on the ballots. I don't even know how that is. Is there a conspiracy on the ballots? Do we have to get out and vote? I don't know. But all I know is we need to figure this out right now because there's no point in letting this continue. And I'm just saying, if y'all want to keep Trump in, I ain't never had a president threaten me with $1,200. I mean, $1,200 sound good, but I mean, no, it don't. Not for another 4 years. It is. Come on, man. Look, I don't even know if Biden is the better option. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because I don't know. Terry like to say that Kanye should have won. I don't know. A lot of people like to say that we should figure out a whole new side of government and figure out a way to make sure that we get this the right way. I say we should vote for senators and mayors and get these people up out of here right now and as soon as possible. And then we probably would be in a better place, y'all. So that's what we should do. And our second hot button topic of the day is listen here, man. It's getting bad out here in Chicago. I'm gonna take it serious real quick. It's getting real bad out here in Chicago. I mean, it's to the point where I think this morning a mother was killed and they had to deliver the baby, the 8-month-old baby, at the hospital. And we praying for this mother and her child and this family because I mean, this violence, y'all, is scary to the point where all the children are the only ones that's suffering with all this bloodshed. It's like the kids are getting shot. A kid shot another kid with a gun, and it killed his older brother. He was 3, killed the 8-year-old. It's got to come to a point where we decide for ourselves that we have to do better, and we have to take those extra steps to be better and show better. And the world ain't about what you think it's about, man. We need to figure this out. Oh snap! I think we here. What's going on, Mr. Terry and the Bo and Terry show?
Is this the Bo and Terry show?
Yes, this is. Hello, how's it going?
Oh, good, man. I just want to call in, man. This is Terry. I'm supposed to be on the Bo and Terry show. Bo there.
Yeah, you supposed to be here. We're on the hot button topics, and I just tagged you. I had to roast myself, and now you're on the show. Where are you, sir?
You don't roast me behind my back. I already celebrated love, man. Today, it's countdown to a comedian friend of mine in the Bay Area's wedding yesterday.
Okay.
I'm here at the wedding, and I'm not playing. They just kissed each other, and they left, and then I ran to the car so I could jump on the call real quick. Just say what's up, man. Try to pretend that it works.
All right. Well, since you can't get all the way on, and Jay can't get all the way on. You don't hear me? You don't hear me?
Can you hear some bars, please?
You don't hear me?
Okay, now I got you, man. Now you got that cricket wire.
Man, that's your old phone, man. Look, mine is fine. Look, we doing this live on the air. So listen here. You just getting into the show. I need you to talk about your hot button headlines. What's going on in Shay'de's world right now? Tell us about this wedding. Mhm. Oh, dope. So, hey, so you at a wedding. That's the reason why you ain't at work. So, that's that's what you tell your coworkers. You know, yeah, I'm at a wedding. You know, it's cool. I get it. You out there having fun with palm trees, and you celebrate love. I get it. I get it. Celebrate the love. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But we might as well get on into throwing shade. You got a little shade to throw. What is you doing?
I'm dressed like the Easter Bunny, and it's hot as hell.
You probably look like the Easter Bunny body. Oh, you looking fancy, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, you already know they never do that.
You know what I'm saying? The real loud, the Kendrick Lamar.
All right, so this what we finna do then. We finna get Jay on the phone, and we finna talk to the artists. Is that
You have a picture of me?
I was, you know what? I ain't gonna even lie. I was trying to find a picture of you so that we can have a picture talk, but it's I was having a good time allowing you to just talk over everything. It was hilarious to me. You definitely should have. Yes, that would have been funny. I don't know why you still don't. You know how that works. I'm trying to find a picture of you, but I don't just keep pictures of you. Who are you, body ass? That's hilarious. All right, okay, I did find one. Here we go. I will show this in the stream while you talking. All right, there you go. Now we got to we got to get Jay. Worst episode ever. That's funny. Where you go? You here?
Yeah, I'm here,
What you? Okay, so look though. Tell us about hot button. What do you think about the COVID-19 and Trump on the rampage? Tell us something about that.
Did I think about who?
Trump.
Broke up, you know.
Tell us about Trump and COVID-19.
Trump did not have COVID-19. I'd like to talk about another thing.
That you did say we had a conspiracy.
Trump, we all know that, man, we keep talking about LeBron, airlines, LeBron James. That's what we need to be speaking on.
LeBron James, we talked about that when you wasn't here. I said I purposely didn't get my hairline done so my hair could look like LeBron's for the show.
I posted a picture there, man. Look, I posted one picture of LeBron taking a free throw and he laid his head down, and it looked like one of those sand timers.
Mm-hmm. That's
I feel like
hilarious.
LeBron still got about maybe 2-3 years left in that.
You think he do? I don't know.
Because if you look at it like an hourglass, man, it's getting towards the middle. Once that middle gone, he gonna have to retire.
Yeah, you're probably right, G.
That's just the way I call it how I see it. And that's what I saw during the game.
Well, LeBron is he a little his hairline was pretty good that last game. You see, he snapped and he did he did the 6 man. He had Kobe with the wings on. You know what I'm saying? He had Kobe as a ghost doing his thing for him. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I give shout out to LeBron, but you know he did his thing. He building schools and he paying for kids to go work for the voting machine.
Growing new hair and breaking records, man, and bringing. I mean, literally, bro, it is kind of a kind. I like to joke about LeBron, but you know, he has won, championships with multiple franchises. That is something that's never been done before because people usually stay where they're at. But it's dope that even though he moved around. And he has done that. He's been able to move around everywhere he's at. He's still been one of the most dominant players in the league. And he's brought championships. He brought one to Miami, brought one, went back to Cleveland. That was kind of admirable. He went back to Cleveland to bring one to his hometown. So he didn't leave him completely hanging. He was like, all right, man, I dropped that championship. I'm about to go over here to LA because it don't snow over there. Mm-hmm. And now you got a championship in LA, man. That is very impressive. Because Jordan did move around for more than one team.
And yes.
To be 100, he did play for the Wizards.
Well, hold on, man. Nope, you can't say that. Jordan didn't want to move around. Jordan moved around because the Reinsdorfs was terrible people, and he had to move around. They had nothing to do with LeBron, like just leaving and coming back to Cleveland, then leaving and wanting to retire in Cleveland.
All that talking and shit, but if he ain't bring no championship to the Wizards, LeBron has now surpassed Michael Jordan. He done something Michael Jordan couldn't do.
And yeah, LeBron did good. I ain't mad at him. I appreciate LeBron. And we ain't going to even spend too much more time because I'm ready to introduce my wonderful artist who is, I see in the backstage, ready to get it in. I think so. So, it's artist interview time, man. Hey, Terry, the artist we got today is a wonderful comedian. I know you know him because personally, you've always told me that Jay was like, man, like one of the first comedians who ever put you on. So I'll let you introduce.
All right, man. It is a pleasure to have this brother and be able to work with him on any capacity at any time, man. This was a comedian for me that explained to me what it is I need to do to be funny. And this is the honest to God truth. He gave me the architecture of comedy very early. When he saw my first set, he pulled me to the side. He's like, hey, man, that was your first time. I think you got it, man. I think you need to just understand how to make those things that are funny in the jokes. And he taught me how to write past the punchline and things of that nature. And he's a man who's been around the Chicago comedy scene for quite some time, man. You might have seen him in movies. You've definitely seen him live if you ever been to a show anywhere in the Chicagoland area. This dude travels all around the country, man. He's a great comedian. He's a great actor. He's a cool friend as well. Y'all please make some noise at home. If you're looking, if you're listening, hit the like button. Do something for my man right now, Mr. JP.
What up, Jay?
What up, Rob? How are you, sir? What's up, Terry?
What's good with the JP?
For the sound of Kabasai, everything side out to you.
I see, Rita. I haven't seen you in a couple years. I see you moved into your Idris Elba stage of life.
Yes, he looks amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Grown man JD is a trip, bro. I was like, look at this, man. Grown man JD, man.
Yes. Definitely glad to be here on the show and glad to be here in life.
Yeah. So Jay.
Yes,
So Jay, he was introducing you, and I don't think he gave the full lineup because you've done so much film and television. It's amazing. You've been on Barbershop 1, Barbershop 2, Barbershop 3, Barbershop 4, Barbershop 5.
This fool just put me in all the barbershops. I heard you slated to be in Barbershop 11.
you a beauty shop, ain't you?
Right. I heard you was on Barbershop the TV series on Showtime. I was not. I was not, Rob. You stop eating edibles before the interview.
I see him in the intro from Barbershop. Like, y'all might remember seeing JD playing air guitar in Barbershop too.
Right, yes. He was sitting there.
Remember when JD played that on stage?
Exactly. we used to. Well, he still say he was in everything because he was. Barbershop. He has his own stand-up special now called
It's
Ain't
called
Shit
Ain't
Shy.
Shit Shy About the Shy.
Man, where is that? Where can they find that right now?
Go to my we are in the process of taking it to Hulu or Amazon. But if you want to see it right now, you can go to my Instagram page at jdeep is hilarious, JAYDEEP is hilarious, and just click on the link in my bio, and then you can go and support Black business.
Yeah, definitely,
As I produced
definitely.
it, wrote it, directed myself.
I was about to say, don't forget that you did all of that on
Yeah,
your own, and that had to be a beautiful thing, man. And shout out to you. And we definitely gonna get it. We gonna download it. We gonna try to get everybody to get it because you
I
know
appreciate it.
this was the last about the almost the last thing you did. You did Laugh Tonight with Damon Williams, right?
Yeah, I did. That's funny that you said that because those were two of the last like big things that I did before COVID shut everything down, right? So
Hmm.
we had done my special at DuSable Museum, the historic DuSable Museum
Of
in
course.
Chicago, and we had like maybe 250 people there. It was 14 below zero,
Mm.
and all of those people came out to support, and I really appreciate that. But then that next month, Damon flew me and Big Keith, um, Mike Sam, Just Niche, Corey Bell, Kendall Ferguson, B.
Hmm.
Cole, Mark Gregory. I'm hoping that's all everybody. He flew everybody down to do his TV show in Burbank, California, Laugh Tonight with Damon Williams, and that was a huge show. That's on UrbanFlixTV .com, and then just go to Laugh Tonight with Damon Williams, and I'm on episode number 8. And so you could just go past all the other 7 episodes and just go straight to episode 8.
Skip everything else because that's the way you want to
No,
see.
support the whole show. But yeah, those were the two of the last big things I did, Rob, before every COVID shut down everything, and now a sellout show is 50 people now, which is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Well, yeah, you definitely know because right now we are definitely doing riddles every weekend, 2 shows a week, and I'm
No,
trying to
2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
2 shows a night
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
weekend. My bad.
yeah. Yeah,
And
8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Riddles.
so
That's another Damon Williams presents
yes,
production. Yeah,
but
and Rob, let me stop before you ask me any more questions, man. I wanna thank you so much for everything that you do up at Riddles. Not only are you funny as hell, bro, like to see you getting on stage and to watch you growing from when you and Terry was too shady. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like doing, and y'all was funny back then. And I hadn't seen you for a minute, and you was like, "Man, can I get on stage?" I'm like, "Yeah, you could get a nigga. Yeah, of course you." And you got on, and you did your thing, man, and you continue to grow. You got your own comedy night up there, but you come up there, you humble, you helping out and everything. Cause it's like I tell this joke about my dad telling me to consider the people that I hang around. Like if you in a room with 10 idiots, nigga, then there's 11 idiots in the room. That's the
exactly.
circle of people that you kick it with, and I'm glad to say, like, you are a good person to have in my circle, man, and I love you for that. But that's
Hey,
as serious I'm gonna get. So, fuck you. And fuck
I
you too,
appreciate
Kenny.
that. Hey man, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Now, Jay, I want to make sure that we give you your due too, man, because I was there. You had an anniversary show in Chicago. I think it was like 20 years or something. I can't remember, man, because you've been doing comedy
25.
long. I've been looking at. was it 25? And I happened to just be in town that weekend, man. When that you had that show. One thing I want to say, man, for everybody who only knows J Deep as a comedian, J Deep is it's not a coincidence that he was on Damon Williams' show, because him and Damon have a lot of similarities, man. You've always been one of the comics, no matter how big you became, you made sure you took care of the young cats and you showed cats when they was getting in the game the actual game of comedy. You explain to us the business of comedy, and I've always appreciated that about you, man. Like, I mean, you never had any airs with me. You was always JD, the same way you was last time I saw you. And I appreciate the fact that not only your comedy contribution is what you do as a performer, but what people don't know about you is how many people you helped. And it might just be, developing jokes, helping, that's one thing that's different about the scene in Chicago, now that I'm out here in California, is it was cats like you that helped make the entire scene stronger, man. So thank you, bro, for your contribution to the game.
Well, I appreciate that, but I come from that space, and I wish like these young comedians could understand like that's who we are in Chicago. Like I come from that space of Kenny Howe and Tony Schofield pulling you aside, or Dion pulling you aside and say, "No, you shouldn't do that. Try it this way." Or God rest his soul, James Hanna, writing your joke and punching your joke up funnier than you could have ever thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I come from.
Shay, another one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to see all of these people that I came up with wanting you to win, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I want for young comedians. Like I want them to win because I want us to keep our status as one of the funniest cities in the world, where nothing but greatness comes out of.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you this, Jay. I was a little upset. I ain't gonna lie, because I thought I was special, and you was just pulling me to the side and giving me my own special classes. I'm like, man, Jay really loved me, and he be like, screw everybody else. And I find out you do that for everybody, you bastards.
Well, no, not everybody. Some people ain't got no damn hope. So I don't know what the hell you saw. Some people need to just stay writers and write for other people. So I don't do that for everybody, nigga.
But I did. That is a testament to you, because I was doing one of my shows, and a comedian who I wouldn't have ever thought it was. He told me like, man, I love Jay, man, because he pulled me to the side first time and he critiqued my whole set and made it better. And we bonded over you critiquing our sets. So you have hit across the world. You've been doing comedy, what, 20 some years? You traveled overseas. You've done comedy overseas. You've done movies. You've written your own stand-up special. You hosted your own night 4 nights. Well, you're hosting a night 4 nights a week, and you're killing the show every night. What is truly next for you? What do you see could be bigger than what you've been doing?
First, let me piggyback off of something that you said, Rob, because you've been there from the get go, right, bro? You've been there from the beginning, so you know damn well I have not been killing every Friday and Saturday, because you and I sat and be real, you and I sat and like, Jay, what the fuck happened right there? You know what I'm saying? So even I, if you still walking on this earth, you're supposed to continue to learn, right? So even I, after being in this for 25 years, even then, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you saw me in that show that I did with D Ray, shout out to D Ray. Yeah, and I didn't do, as good as I wanted to do on those shows. And then you saw me again, I improved because I didn't want to be that stagnant comedian that, gets comfortable in this space of telling the same shit over and over And sometimes that's what hosting can do. Hosting can do
Exactly.
two things for you.
Okay.
Hosting can get you in this lull where you say the same jokes over and over, day in, day out, weekend out, or your improvisational skills are going to be magnified to the ultimate. Either
Wow.
or. And
Okay.
so I chose the latter. I chose to improv more. Have
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
noticed that now?
Yeah. Of course, you can
you
see
know
that.
and, right, and so that's why I was stuck in that space of, I'm going to do this set, and I'm going to make people laugh, and this is what I'm going to do, and especially it's only 50 people in here, and da 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 da.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like I was stuck
Mhm.
in there, and Damon was like, what the fuck are you doing, bruh?
Right.
and
Yeah.
and you was like, Jay, bruh, what's wrong? Like, what happened? And I
Mhm.
was like, I don't know, but I ain't doing that shit no more. You know what
Right.
I'm
You
saying?
did.
And
Yeah.
so I'm continuing, I'm continuing to grow and continuing to learn my craft. So with that said, my next big project is to hopefully get either a two picture or a three picture deal with Netflix, because I graduated from film school like 2001.
Exactly.
And I've written a couple of projects, which is how I knew how to direct my own special. You know what I'm saying? I
Exactly.
knew
Yeah.
where the cameras went. I knew how the lighting should be. I knew how the sound should be. I knew the curtain should be closed to make my shit pop. I knew like all the technical and background things. I
Mhm.
knew all of these things because that's what I learned how to do. But
Right.
yeah, my that's one of my biggest projects, is to try to get some projects out. But the weird thing is, like, shooting now. You know what I'm saying? In
Uh-huh.
wake of COVID, you know what I'm saying? Like how is that gonna happen? So I don't know. But my other big project, which I showed you, is my sweatshirts that's about to come out. My sweatshirt line.
Oh snap!
Oh, I can't even say nothing about them yet. But you seen them, Rob. So I'm finna. I'm
You
that's my
gotta hurry
big thing.
up.
Getting celebrities to wear my sweatshirt, male and female celebrities to wear them. Trying to put together this virtual fashion show. So that along with riddles, man, and trying to get this online shit together.
Yeah, well, that's very
Hey,
important because that's the future.
I think I'm need one of them shirts, man. I need some Chicago swag out here on the West Coast anyway, man. So I'm about to holler at you about that.
Yeah, Terry, wait till you see it though, dude.
I
It's
can hear it in your voice, bro. I
It's
already know.
no, Rob seen it, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? But I can't. That's another thing. Like I wish like I had something to show y'all, that y'all could see, and your listeners and your followers could see. But yeah, it's
Right.
going. They sick, man. God is amazing, and you got to continue to listen to God's voice when He tells you to move, when He tells you to be still, when He tells you to write your vision and make it plain. You have to listen to His voice and act on that. And so
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I'm
true.
doing.
That is true, man. Jay, you are a genius, and your creativity is amazing. And we appreciate all the help you bring. Have you written anything movie wise? Do you think that you uh, that about what's going on in the world, like the COVID? Have you have any new ideas? Any zombie COVID movies? Any?
No, it's like I think that the things that I write probably by the grace of God isn't anything that has been seen. It's like I think Richard Pryor once said, "There's no joke that hasn't been told yet."
Exactly.
Nobody ain't writing no new jokes. It's all about perspective, right? So
Right.
so yeah, there might not be any new jokes, but the thing that I loved about you and Terry is your perspective, the way that
Mm.
you of course it was comedy teams before y'all, black and white. It was
Of course.
comedy
Yeah.
teams. But the y'all perspective was different than everybody else. And then even when I see you on stage, Rob, your perspective, that's the thing that I love about. And again, I'm not shitting on no other city, but what I love about Chicago is everybody has his or her own voice, right? Like
Hmm.
I don't sound like Damon. Damon doesn't sound like Dion. Dion certainly don't sound like Corey. Corey don't sound like D-Ray. D-Ray don't sound like Lil Rel. Lil Rel
Exactly.
don't sound nothing like Hannibal. And we could go
Exactly.
on and on and on and on and on. Everybody is funny, but it's almost like the argument that you hear in the barbershop. Well, who's funnier, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, or Kevin Hart? And it's like they all have their own voice in their own space. Like it's
Right.
totally right. You're not gonna say this person is funnier than that person. Everybody has
Exactly.
their own voice, and that's what I love about being from Chicago is that we all have our own voice.
And it's hard to get your own voice out of Chicago because it's so many different funny people, and that's what I appreciate about like you because a lot of the game can get a little rough. Chicago, it's like crab in the barrel at times, and
I never noticed that. I never noticed that people try to shit on people. But then maybe it's just me. I don't know. Like the crab in a barrel mentality to me means people are trying to pull you down so they can rise, but then they falling as well. I've never seen that. Like anytime that T Murph got his own TV show right now,
Mhm.
and whenever T Murph come around, like we all gather around him, like oh my
Exactly.
god,
That's
the
my
when Corey had her internship, or I don't want to say it was an internship or apprenticeship or whatever, but when she was in Las Vegas with Monique, what I'm saying, everybody was like, her when Monique had a residency in Las Vegas, everybody was like, oh,
Mhm.
Corey coming up. The same thing with Just Niche, what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So perhaps I don't see that because I'm not on the scene as much, but
Yeah.
the people that I know are always happy to see somebody from our clique come up.
And that's good. And we've always been happy to see everybody come up. We've been definitely appreciative of all the being in that shadow because for one, it's a big shoes to fill to come up in Chicago comedy. And two, just to be in that shadow, that energy is so amazing. So it's good to know that from top to bottom, that mentality is changing. So yeah, shout out to Chicago and all the Chicago comedians for actually, because I'm cool with most of them. So I know you are too. So shout out to Chicago and this changing the whole mentality of that crab in the barrel thing. So I want to get into a little clip you said just to kind of show the people something that get them into like what some old school Jay. So y'all check out this little clip of Jay real quick. It's not long. It's just a little clip.
Here we go.
Okay. Uh-oh, did you send me a clip with no volume, Jay? Hey, did you hear that?
Did I?
Yeah, did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it or see it.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah, I saw the clip, but it didn't have I think the volume was low. But we saw you on Barbershop. It's a beautiful clip. Man, technical difficulties. Online shows are amazing, bro. You gotta understand, like, this is how they work sometimes. So, um, this part of the show where we also continue to tell people where you are Let them know where to find you. I got at J Deep is hilarious. That's on Facebook. On Instagram, where are you?
No, that's on Instagram at J Deep is hilarious.
Okay, and on Facebook, how we get you?
J Deep comedian.
You don't go on that often.
No, not even that. But just a couple of years ago, I found out that J Deep is a very popular name among Indians.
Oh,
Yeah. So it means the light from within or something like that or something in
really?
Hindi. Yeah,
Interesting.
the Indians, and because I was in where was I? I was in like Canada or something, and I had to catch an Uber to the gig, and he's like Jay, and I was like yeah Jay. He's like, what's your last name? I said my stage name is J Deep, and then he's like J Deep. He was like my cousin's name is J Deep, like
That's
that.
funny.
Yeah, and he explained to me what J Deep meant and everything, and
So what
I
does it mean?
it's something about the life from within or something like
Oh,
that. It's a very spiritual
okay.
thing. And so people like, hey, how did you get that name? And those are actually my initials,
Mm,
JDP. And I just spelled it out, JAYDDEE, and put the P there for my last name. So that's my
yo,
yeah.
GDD.
Yeah, so people were like, so like, where did you get that name J Deep from? And I was like, those are just my initials spelled out. That's as
Yeah.
simple as that.
I've known you for 2 decades. I ain't never know that. That's dope.
Yeah, that's where I got that name from. So
Wow. See, yeah.
and the funny thing is like um the to see people like coming in and Rob, that's why I'm so glad that you use your name now and Terry
Yeah.
you as well because
Yeah.
you see these young comedians thinking they need some kind of moniker, like
Mhm.
Dopalope 2 or Shabalala and you be like,
Dopalo.
right, Dopalope 2. I be like, how do you want me to bring you up? Dopalope 2. And I be like,
Dopalo.
I'm like, no, I'm not. What is your real name, bruh? Like, I'm not about to bring you. But like we laughing, but it's like it's very rare that people come up with their names on stage, and it's like the only reason that I don't come on stage with my name is because when I first started doing comedy, like
Right.
Martin was huge. This is 25 years ago. Like he
Mhm.
was huge. The Martin
Mhm.
show was huge, right? And he had this character on there named Jerome. And
Mhm.
he was like, Jerome's in the house, Jerome's in the house, like that, right? Right. So I would meet girls and they would be like, what's your name? And I'd be like, Jerome. And they would like, oh, Jerome's in the house. So I knew there was no way I could go on stage, all jokes aside, on Wednesday night with
And say
Jerome.
your name, Jerome.
I
Nah,
could
hey,
not do that. And ever since I was a kid, everybody called me Jay anyway, right? So I was like, cool, I'm Jay. I'm Jay now. So that's why I came up with JD. But otherwise I would have been
Touch on that though, big bro, because that's one of the reasons. Because I took a 9-year break from comedy. Even when I had the Lab Zone Comedy Club, I didn't build it to perform at. I really wanted to move into a different level. So I wasn't on stage for 9 years. But when I came back, I decided if I'm going to be on stage, I'm going to be me for the first
yeah,
time. I'm not going to hide behind a character anymore. I want to just be me because that's
yeah,
important. We had Robert was saying earlier, we have a voice and we need to give them our individual voice. That's one thing that's always made Chicago powerful. When you think about Bernie Mac, you don't compare him to anybody else. That's why he's one of the most impersonated comedians in comedy because he has an individual voice. He was Bernie Mac, it was a man. Even D-Ray, when he got to LA, was coming D-Ray Davis.
Mhm.
Remember? Because he was just D-Ray for years, but then when he got to a certain level, he needed to be he needed to be a person, and he became D-Ray Davis. So you're right. I mean, I hid behind the moniker just in case I wasn't funny. Nobody said Terry Dorsey wasn't funny. They said that nigga Shay'de wasn't funny.
right.
I felt the about it.
No,
So it is something. It's something in the name. You know what I mean?
no,
Give them
but
who you are.
no, they'll be honest though. Those monikers were really our nicknames. They called me Two Face in high school, and you had a Shay'de tattoo
Yeah.
on your arm since we were 16. So it's
Mhm.
not that it's not that we picked those because we wasn't familiar with them either. They were familiar
Very
names
true.
to the people who knew we were crazy. And when we were getting crazy in at parties, those are names that people called us. So we felt like
Exactly.
it was a good niche, especially since we was doing a two-man act. But you're right, Jay. Even back then, we did a show for Showtime, and the white lady said, Bo and Terry sounds way better than Touche.
Yep.
So
That
you're
was the
correct.
vice president of Showtime. She said,
Mhm.
I do the Bo and Terry show. But did you make the Shady show?
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know.
So you're
Either
correct.
one of them would have worked for me. I
Man.
I guess because I know y'all. Either one of them would have been fine for me.
Yeah, you see what we doing them both now. That's it.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
we
That's how we doing them both, baby.
Oh, and speaking of doing big things, man, I gotta give Rob a shout out for his sweatshirt line, man.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
Kane
dude,
Mhm.
Robert Kane, man.
Hey,
I,
wait till y'all see the face mask, baby. We looking like
yeah,
dang
I
again,
see
baby.
you. I see you. Big shout out for that. Rob wouldn't give me his sweatshirt hookup, but it is what it is. That's how he was raised, I guess.
No, I ain't got one all the way.
You ain't give me one neither, Jay. I know the dude since riding bike. He ain't gave me nothing, bro.
No,
Hey,
no,
I
no. I'm talking about I was like, Rob, this is nice material. Like, how much, do they sell them to you for? He's like, oh, about $6. I'm like, cool, that's the hookup I need. He was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you the number. I ain't heard from this nigga.
oh see, I was
They
giving
don't
you
got
the
no more of
number of
these. They don't
I
got
was
no more of
giving you
these.
the number of sweatshirts I bought. It was 14. Nah, huh?
Okay.
I was gonna tell you, okay. Well, I don't know how that's fixing it. I don't
Right.
think that's
How is that relevant? That's all you could afford was 14 t-shirts.
Yeah, I
Sweatshirts.
know, right? All they had was 14 of them. They had actually sold out of these. They had sold out of these. So if they get more, I'll definitely hook you up. But they don't have any more right now. So that's
Uh-huh.
all.
Yeah. As he look away, because they ain't got no more of these.
yeah, because I ain't got no more than that.
No, no, they
Hey,
because
I
they
got the ones with the itchy back on them though.
Rob Rob sound like the dude that used to lie when we was kids. I do got a girlfriend. She live over my grandmama's house.
She live in Hawaii.
She live on my grandmama's house.
She live over by my grandmama's house. Y'all ain't never. That's why y'all ain't never seen her. What's her name? Charlene. Charlene. Yeah, Charlene and Sharitha. Charlene.
They
Rob, you
twins.
ain't got no girlfriend.
Have first names. I see got two and
Hey,
a
but
half
look,
first names.
hey, we ain't gonna roast me all night. Look, I appreciate you, Jay. Look, let's talk one more time. Terry, you got any more questions for Jay? Because we could talk all night. You got any more questions? You got one more question for him. Make it good. What you got?
I do. I got a good one, man, because Jay, you had the privilege of performing on some pretty exclusive stages, man, not just around Chicago, but
What did he say?
when you travel.
He said you had the privilege of performing on exclusive stages. Okay, go ahead.
What's your favorite stage? What stage stands out the most? What was one of your favorite large performances?
Oh man, I would have to say two places like that I felt like mad love. Uh, One was in. Do you remember? Was it Nutty Professor 2 that Dave Chappelle was in
Yeah.
when he was heckling?
Yeah. No, one. That was one.
That was one.
What?
Mm-hmm. That was
Okay.
one.
So the club that he was in was an actual comedy club in Toronto called Yuck Yucks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my man Kenny Robinson. I don't know if he still runs it, but Kenny Robinson, who I met doing Jamie Foxx Laughapalooza when he used to do Laughapalooza in Atlanta, and Terry was down there, but
Mm-hmm.
he used
Yep,
to
yep.
do Laughapalooza in Atlanta, and that's where I met Kenny Robinson. And Kenny said, "Hey, I want you to come do my room." in Toronto, and it doesn't pay that much, but they buy a bunch of merch and you'll have fun and it sells out and da 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 da. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll go. I ain't never been to Toronto before. Oh my God. It was just the energy. And I don't know if it was because I'm from Chicago and I'm used to, working hard for our audience to make our audience laugh. So I just went on there like with a vent, with that
Yeah,
Chicago, like
with
I'm
that.
about to and they was just
Uh-huh.
I was falling all over. I was like, whoa. And it
You
was
got it.
just so fun. It was and I met that night, oh my God, he's huge now. Peters. Uh, he's an Indian dude. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't. And he's Russell Peters.
Russell, I was about to say Russell Peters.
Russell Peters, got you.
Russell, yeah, Russell Peters. And I met him like maybe 12 years after that. Of course, he's selling out stadiums and stuff now.
Of
And I was
course.
like, hey Russell, how you doing? The same humble dude, what I'm saying, that I met, 12 years ago. So that's one stage. The other stage will have to be Amsterdam. My
Mm-hmm.
boy does a comedy show, a comedy tour, excuse me, called The Buff, DABUFF, The Buff comedy tour, and he does The Buff International Film Festival right now. And the first time I went down, it was me, Jeff B, and Dion Cole, and he sells like 2,500 tickets,
Wow.
per venue.
Wow.
And yeah, and I was the opener because at this time Jeff and Dion had more credits than me. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
the guy who was hosting, he was from Amsterdam, so he was Dutch, but he was black, but he was
Hardcore touch.
so he's speaking Dutch and they laughing and I'm like, what the hell? Like, right.
What
And
is they saying?
so I go out there and I'm doing my shit and they falling out laughing. And Dion was like, okay, tomorrow I open.
No, you know what? You go have to beat this at.
Right, you could
Yeah.
go after me. So I was like,
Yeah.
no, nigga, I like going on first. So yeah,
Yeah.
so those are the two places, Toronto and Amsterdam.
Oh, that's dope, man. Well, hey, man, well, we do appreciate you. Make sure y'all go to J Deep is Hilarious and y'all go get that Ain't Shit Shot about the shot because
Yes.
trust me, it's hilarious, man. And
Thank you,
y'all make
Rob.
sure y'all download it. Y'all share it. You tell your friends about it. We got to start promoting our people, man. This is a black promotion. He edited. He
And it was
produced.
it was produced by a black woman.
That's what I'm talking
Sean
about.
Renee Cadisham. She produced it. Black woman producer, a black
Mhm.
man director, a black theater. Come on,
Black
man.
Rider.
Come
That's
on,
what I'm
man.
talking about. Hey man, doing it.
Yes,
And you
sir.
can also
Black
catch him
excellence.
Black Excellence, exactly.
Yeah.
You can also catch him on
Laugh
Laugh
Tonight
Tonight with
with
Damon
Daniel
Williams,
Williams on urbanflixtv.com. A
episode
black
7.
streaming service. UrbanFlix
Black
is a black-owned streaming service.
man,
UrbanFlix TV, black
man, we
streaming
keeping it
service
black.
with a black host, with a
Mm-hmm.
black director, and a
Mm-hmm.
black producer. UrbanFlixTV.com.
Hey, we staying with our people, man. I already know, Jay. You definitely pro black, and I see you out there, and you definitely have done a lot for our community, man. We truly appreciate all your efforts. I hope God give you everything that you deserve, and I know you're going to get it because
I'm touching
you're a
the
good
green.
brother, man. So
You as
thank
well.
you 1,000%. God bless you. I know I'm gonna see you on Friday. I
Yes,
might be about 7:30, but I'm gonna see you.
sir. That's a private joke
And my
between me
wife
and
gonna
Rob,
say
just in case you don't hear
7:49.
that.
My wife
That's
on your side, she gonna say 7:49.
that's why I love your wife, and I don't understand why she with your goof ass.
I don't either, man. I love her for that, man. But she here and hey, she making me look good. So y'all make sure y'all
She
get these
is.
ads.
She
These
is
sweat.
making you look good. And that's hard.
That's a lot of work, man.
That's a whole lot of work.
But it's light work for her because she beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
Yeah. So you know,
Okay.
okay. Funny man, but thank you.
Beautiful. I said it. I say that, baby. Yeah, we over there trying to get points for the show. You ain't slick.
Oh, you sound like one of the drunk patrons at one of the late night shows. He just spoke Hennessy. You hear that?
I didn't know what the hell Terry just said. Hell no, some points for the show. Points for the show.
Yeah, I think you might have to take his place. I think he had
Yeah,
too many drinks at that
at
at
the
that wedding.
wedding. Right. Oh my God. This is the time that I sign off. I think I have done my community service.
Yes, you have done your job, Jay. Thank you. Appreciate you,
Thank
man.
y'all,
Y'all check
man.
it out. We love you, man.
Much love.
Thanks. Y'all crazy, man. Hey, man, Jay is hilarious. And Terry, you do sound like a mumbling.
All right, don't be on my case, okay?
I'm trying. Okay. I try not to be, okay?
I'm having a good time, the celebration of love, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I want to go back to drinking.
I know you do. You got to throw some shade down before you get out of here because you said you came late and it's all your fault. So
All right,
I need you to throw a little shade and then you get out of here.
I'm going to throw a little shade, but truly, this again, it's not easy to go play with LeBron. A lot of people feel like if you play LeBron, you're going to be second fiddle only. But for this particular championship, I do feel like AD's presence was matching LeBron's presence. I think on the court they have a very similar dominance, and that dominance is what allowed for them to win this championship. I think without Anthony Davis, this could have been a much different series. So I just want to throw shade on anybody who ain't giving my man AD from the Caribbean, from Shay'de, his due on this championship. I don't want to hear none of them excuses. I don't want to hear none of that. AD did his thing, no different than LeBron did his thing in the rest of the Lakers. So hats off to them for winning this Asterisk championship.
Man, shout out to AD 1,000%. I'm a million percent with you on that one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely AD is the man, and he pulled off the unthinkable and the unimaginable. We didn't think he was gonna get a championship where he was, and LeBron plucked him up out of there and said, "Here, let's get you that that W, baby," and he took it. So shout out to the. Hey, as a matter of fact, not only is you throwing shade on LeBron, but you talked about the hometown hero for this week. But I'm saying let's just go ahead and go into that because that's what you basically did. You threw shade on LeBron.
Oh yeah, my God. I've been drinking, man. I told you I've been drinking, man. So while we throwing shade on everybody not giving it to him, we want to double down on him and make him the hometown Chicago hero.
We
were
supposed to throw shade on LeBron and make AD the hometown hero. So AD is
man, I've been drinking, man. I told you I was drinking. Those throw stuff at me, man.
Having a good time, man. That's all. Hey, so, but our hero is AD, man. Shout out to AD. You know what? Shout out to the whole Lakers squad. You know what? Shout out to Kobe. He's a hero. Shout out to LeBron. He paying kids to work in the polls. He paid what I think 2,000 kids to work in the polls. Man, that's big. because that's expensive, and a lot of people not doing that. He got a school out there. He teaching and all that. I don't know what else he doing. His hairline is working. I think his hairline got a job. He's typing on the weekends and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to LeBron. He just getting it in. You know what I'm saying? We both. My hairline working with him. My hairline his assistant. That's why both our hairlines gone. They doing what they need to do. So
you have an assistant hairline. He's got you an assistant hairline.
I got the assistant hairline. Damn you.
If you got the assistant coach hairline, he got the head coach hairline.
Hey man, hey, you know what? That's funny. So speaking of me, we might as well jump on into FaceTime, man, because we started a little late. And Terry got to get up out of here because I don't know what he do.
I'm enjoying these coronas.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to let him enjoy his wedding, and I'm going to finish the show. Y'all say bye to Terry.
Thank you for holding down the show today, man. I'm sorry. I almost forgot about everything, and thank you for holding down the show, brother. I will make this up to you shortly, I'm sure.
I got you, man. It's FaceTime. Hey, y'all, look, check this out. Hey, man, today in FaceTime, it's a lot of things going on. And my topics today for FaceTime has a lot to do with the world and what's going on today. And one of the things that made me mad around now is they said Facebook was promoting hate. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard, you know, that a couple people at Facebook had quit and sent out a memo before they quit about Facebook not taking down a lot of the white supremacy websites and blogs and things of that nature. So they ended up quitting because they wasn't doing it. So after a couple people did that, supposedly Facebook banned about 140 something white supremacist Facebook groups and chats and all this stuff. So it just solidified the fact that it probably really did happen because it happened right after that and right after they put out this article about it. So it's just something that, you know, it's getting tiring to hear. You know, it's frustrating that in 2020, right? Like we literally living in the future, right? In 2020, that we still have to really deal with this. And this is unfair and unfortunate that in this generation that we still have to fight for being first to doing some simple stuff that we should have been had, having rights and not getting killed by police and, you know, just simple stuff. Not being called out our names for no reason. This is unnecessary for the communities to promote these things. So why don't we start as individually? I mean, just one by one, we decide that we're not gonna take it, man. Remember that's all we not gonna take. We should not be taking none of this, man. It's so ridiculous. And then they get mad that you riot and you loot and you do all this, and then they do that behind your back where they promoting it. So make sure if y'all see something, you say something, you see some racist stuff online, make sure y'all tag it, make sure we get them up out of here because we need to promote love, we need to promote the Lord, we need to promote our higher self and our higher biz and being better and getting money, man. Because we can't make no money if we at war. Don't y'all learn that from all the mob movies? Can't make no money at war. That's how it works. So look, all I'm saying is let's get some peace, let's get some money, guys. Let's do it how we're supposed to do it. Other than that, that's my FaceTime for the day. And now let's get into our next topic, which is one of our final topics, and that is our road story. And I don't know how many of you have ever been to Vegas, but I'm planning on taking a road trip to Vegas. And since I'm planning on taking a road trip to Vegas with the wifey, maybe we shall see. Um, maybe we'll go somewhere. Well, I was thinking Vegas, right? It's a nice, safe place. They haven't banned us all the way from Illinois. But I think about the last time we went to Vegas. And Vegas, I just want to give y'all some tips. Last time I went to Vegas, I had a great time. And if you're on the strip in Vegas, the thing about Vegas, I don't know why they would ban you from going to Vegas. Mainly, you stay outside. I thought about it like, okay, what do we do when we go to Vegas? You go outside. You stand outside, you walk outside, you walk around, you go to this place, you drink outside, you stand out there, you look at the things outside, you go to your hotel, you gamble. Half the casinos is half outside. So there shouldn't be nothing to quarantine. But there's a lot of stages in Vegas. So I love Vegas. So we definitely gonna take the road trip to Las Vegas eventually and see our peoples. Definitely. So look, after our road trip to Vegas, with another road trip I would like to talk about is when we went to the Bahamas. The Bahamas. See, let me tell y'all how crazy comedy is. Comedians be everywhere, and like Damon Shirk say, Chicago be everywhere. So me and my wife was on a boat in some island somewhere, and I go to the bar, and at the bar sitting my good friend Mark Simmons, sitting there drinking at the bar. Ironically, now I'm way in the Bahamas, so I would never thought I've seen. And I'm like, hey, I think he's there on vacation like me. No, he's there working the boat. And you imagine that you see your really good friend at work. So yeah, man, road stories be crazy, but they always tie in to Chicago because Chicago be everywhere, and Chicago is amazing. So shout out to my boy Mark Simmons for still working. I know he ain't on the boats now because he'll still be out there floating because definitely can't be out there. So shout out to my homie Mark Simmons, man. He did the show last season. Hey, man, it's been a great show, man. We had my boy Shay'de. We had Terry on the phone at I guess he was at a wedding, and it was just a good time, man. We had a great show, and we definitely appreciate everybody who tuned in. And Jay was funny. You know, make sure y'all go to JD. It's hilarious. And make sure y'all check him out. He's done a lot of, 20 years of straight comedy, man. He's a comedy genius, and he's a great writer and a really good friend. And don't forget, man, to download the Urban Flicks TV for Laugh Tonight with Damon Williams. Man, we had riddles every Friday and Saturday, and your boy finna do first Thursdays and fourth Thursdays this Thursday, August 29th, and then we do them every Sunday starting in November. The first show, November 1st, we'll have a girl, Lady Lunchabelle, and Eva Wu on the joint. It's gonna be the ladies' night. It's gonna be banging. It's gonna be a crazy show, man. Y'all ain't get ready for this. Hey, man, we air week and riddles. It's Robert Kane. Hey, man, this is the Bo and Terry show. We've been here, we've been live, and we appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Thank y'all again. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, all the audience. I seen you, Chill. I seen you, Kendall Ferguson. I seen everybody, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all. We out. Man, my man's still better than yours. Look at your body, man.
Hey, and they don't know. Nobody never knew. But I was still in floor mats.
Yeah, I bet.
Look, I mean, I can touch my bed.
Yeah, I bet. Why your glasses? Yeah, I bet.
Nigga, you ain't even at your house.
Yeah, I bet. Why you dressed like a... Yeah, I bet.
Why you make your mask?
Yeah, I bet. So I'm finna get it. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
At least,
yeah, I bet.
At least your teeth white.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet.